Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back another video today. And today I'm going to be talking about the Houston Rockets bench. This bench for the Houston Rockets, their bench unit, honestly, I will say this, and non-biased as a Rockets fan, this bench unit is going to be one of the best benches in the NBA. You look at not only, what they have scoring-wise off the bench, but also young talent and depth. I think that's another huge thing. You have, great defense off the bench. You have good 3-point shooting off the bench. You have young talent off the bench. You have great depth. I know already some people are already talking about how good this Rockets bench could be. Your bench unit is strong. And I know that's not something you talk about a lot, but honestly, I feel that having a good bench and having a good bench unit is going to be a big thing when it comes to winning teams. And Rockets didn't have that much of a good bench last year, and their bench has really improved this year. Obviously Tari Eason was a guy who was on the bench for most of the year last year. He's going to stay on the bench. Jae'Sean Tate wasn't healthy last year. He's back. They've added in Reggie Bullock, Jeff Green, Amen Thompson, Cam Whitmore in the draft, Jock Landale. Trying to think about who else. Aaron Holiday. List goes on of guys they've added in. And I sort of want to go over. I'm going to go over. Just look at their depth off the bench, and what they have. And I think key things that what comes to this Rockets bench unit and what shows why they have talent off the bench and why they're going to put up a lot of numbers defensively and offensively off the bench. Just look at it. I mean, you got Amen Thompson. You have Amen Thompson. You have Reggie Bullock. And you have strong things in every aspect of the game. Defensively, 3-point shooting, depth. Offensively as well, they're scoring mid-range shooters, good scores in the paint, good size with Boban and Jock Landale off the bench as well. Just really everything and really every aspect of the game. They have talent off the bench, but you got Amen Thompson and Reggie Bullock. Right, those are two guys right there. Amen Thompson, great defender, great passer, great rebounder, solid scorer. Yes, he's a rookie, but he's a great point guard, great rebounder, great passer, great assister, and that's not even a word. My bad. Decent scorer. Now that 3-point shot and that his jump shot, that's something we have to work on. As someone who went to the Rockets game on Tuesday against the Pacers, his shot is not pretty, but that we can improve on. But he's a good rebounder, he's a good passer, he's a good facilitator, he's a good point guard, and he's going to be a great addition. And not only that, he's a great defender. So he brings a lot defensively and offensively to this team as a decent scorer, mainly mid-range free throws and driving in the paint, and also brings a lot offensively with being the facilitator he is and the passer he is, and then defensively, great all-around defender, good perimeter defender, and not only that, but he's a great rebounder, good shot blocker. He brings size as the point guard, 6'5", 6'6", something like that. Then getting to Reggie Bullock. This was a team last year that was not a good 3-point shooting team. You had in Reggie Bullock, who shot 38% from three last season with the Dallas Mavericks. Great 3-point shooter. I think he shot like 36 or 37% from three in his career. And he's a solid defender as well. Good scorer, good mid-range shooter. And he will be a great addition to this Rockets bench. The Rockets just signed him going into training camp. I think it was after the first day. Or no, it was before the first day of training camp. The Rockets picked him up. Tari Eason, a guy going into his second season. He averaged 9 and 5 last year. He averaged 9 and 6 in his rookie year. He's improved a lot. He's a good 3-point shooter, good defender, good scorer, great drive, great scorer in the paint as well. And I think he's going to be a great addition. Or not a great addition. I mean, I think Obviously he's not an addition. He was on the team last year, but I think he's going to be like a different player having him in to this bench unit because I think he's improved a lot to his game going into his second season. Another guy, Jock Landale at the center position. He's another guy. I mean, just defense. You see a lot when it comes not only to this bench unit, but their starting unit as well. You have talent defensively all over the place. I mean, starting group, Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks, Jabari Smith Jr., backup, the backup group, you have Amen Thompson, Tari Eason, Jock Landale, Cam Whitmore, Jayshawn Tate. Jeff Green is a solid defender as well. Very, very solid defensive team. Ultimately, I think the Rockets' defense is going to be a top 10 defense in the NBA. Call me crazy. But Jock Landale, good defender, good rebounder, good shot blocker. Not the best of offensive players. You saw that last season in Phoenix, and he knows what his role is. He knows he's going to be a defensive-type center, a rebounder on offense and defense, and he's going to do his job rebounding and defense, and he's going to score on potentially second chance points, alley-oops, potentially getting the ball when someone gets a double team. He's not going to score a lot, but he's going to do big things in other categories like defense and rebounding and just being the casual big man that Jock Landale is. Getting into some of the other players off the bench, Cam Whitmore, he's going to be a huge scorer off the bench as a rookie. Total steal. Cam Whitmore was the steal of the draft. I don't care. Cam Whitmore was the steal of the draft. This kid is talented, won Summer League MVP, scored 15 points in his first preseason game. You can see the talent as a good three-point shooter, good defender, good all-around player. Just watch his highlights. He's not a 20th overall pick. And not only that, he was expected to go in the top 10. The Rockets, who drafted Amen Thompson 4th overall, were considered drafting him at 4th overall instead of Thompson. So Cam Whitmore is a stud, and the Rockets got themselves the steal of the draft. It's not even a question. And he's going to be a stud for this Rockets bench. He's going to, I'm not going to make this official prediction, but he is going to produce probably the most points off the bench. I think he will be that leader off the bench, and he's the big reason why I think this bench will be so good. I think obviously Tari Eason could be the best player off the bench, but ultimately I think Cam Whitmore has the chance to be the best player off the second unit, and I think that he's going to have a tremendous rookie season. And honestly, call me crazy, but I think he's going to even bring into the mix of Rookie of the Year. Obviously, I don't think Victor Wembanyama is going to win Rookie of the Year. I think he has the talent to. He definitely is I think he should be the favorite. But now with Rookie of the Year, you have to play 65 games. I don't see the Spurs being good. I see them being precautious of him in his rookie season. I don't think Victor Wembanyama really cares about an award like Rookie of the Year. And honestly, I don't see Wemby playing 65 games. I see Chet Holmgren playing 65 games. He's not an actual rookie, but he did not play in his own rookie season. I could see Scoot Henderson playing 65 games, but at the same time, I really don't know if I would, because again, Portland Trailblazers are going to be bad as well. And who knows, maybe at the end of the season they start to rest him a little bit. Maybe one injury happens. Ultimately, I think Scoot Henderson probably just reaches 65 or just a little bit over. So Scoot Henderson will be in the mix of Rookie Year. I think Amen Thompson will be in the mix of Rookie of the Year. So will Cam Whitmore. And so will Chet Holmgren. Ultimately, I think the top three guys that will be down to the wire for Rookie of the Year will be Chet Holmgren, Scoot Henderson, and Cam Whitmore. Ultimately, I think the guy that wins it is Chet Holmgren, but I think Cam Whitmore will be a candidate for Rookie of the Year. And he's going to be very impressive in his rookie season. That's not even it. Like, you can still go down to depth. I've already gone over Amen Thompson, Reggie Bullock, Tari Eason, Jock Landale right there. That's 5 guys. And I still have there's still a couple other guys on this roster that are capable to talk about when it comes to this bench. Aaron Holiday, a point guard, our third-string point guard, who is an unbelievable three-point shooter, a solid defender, a good passer. Really, one of the biggest reasons I like his addition to this team is because I mean, I really like the addition of his presence because of a three-point shooter. I don't know how much he will play, but I like the addition for the Rockets just because of him being a good three-point shooter and the Rockets being a terrible three-point shooting team last season. Also, Jae'Sean Tate. He's going to be a great addition to this bench this year. Jae'Sean Tate was on this team last year and was coming off the bench last year, but Jae'Sean Tate had terrible injuries last year. I think he only ended up playing, I think he played like only 25 or 27 games last year, or maybe it was 30. Tate struggled with injuries last season. I'm pretty sure Jae'Sean only finished with 25 games played last year. So I know Jae'Sean was on this team, but wasn't really there all season. So having him healthy to this team will be great for this unit. And so, yeah, I mean, that's already 6 guys I've gone over. Now 7 guys have gone over. Another guy, Jeff Green, he's going to be a huge part to this team. Maybe not playing-wise, but he's going to be a huge part of this team just because of the fact that, he's bringing in veteran experience. He just won an NBA championship. He's going into his 17th or 18th season. He's going to be a huge addition just to the fact that, going into his now 17th or 18th season and just winning an NBA championship, he can very well help these young guys who do not have a lot of experience in the NBA. So that's really it. I mean, also you got a guy like Boban Marjanovic who's pretty damn good as well. And another thing I want to go over is Kevin Porter Jr. Obviously, Kevin Porter Jr. is never playing for the Rockets again, but there is some way Kevin Porter Jr. can actually help this Rockets bench get even better because the Houston Rockets are trying to trade Kevin Porter Jr. away, and they're trying to get a player. So imagine if the Rockets trade away Kevin Porter Jr. and get a player in return. So then you're just adding in another player off the bench. So the fact that the Rockets are not even done, they're trying to trade Kevin Porter Jr. away right now for a player. So then they would add in even more depth off the bench. That's crazy to think about, to be honest. But then you have another guy like Boban Marjanovic who, brings you depth at the center position. Outside of Alperen Sengun and Jack Landale, you do not have another center on this roster. You only have Boban. So, look at this team. You got your starting unit with Fred and Jalen and Dylan and Jabari and Alp. Then look at the bench. Amen, Reggie, Tari, Jock. Those are 4 guys right there. Aaron Holiday. That's 5. Cam Whitmore, Jae'Sean Tate. So that's another 3 guys in the rotation. So then you got Jeff Green as well. Honestly, I look at this team, and I know Ime Udoka's talked about it before, but this team can go 12-man deep. Really cut. This team can go 12, 13-man deep. Ime Udoka has talked about potentially going 12-man deep, which sounds crazy. And they have 8 guys on the roster. I wouldn't say Boban. I don't think Boban at all. But they have 8 guys off the bench that are capable of getting minutes every night. Amen Thompson, Reggie Bullock, Tari Eason, Jack Landale, Aaron Holiday, Cam Whitmore, Jae'Sean Tate, Jeff Green, and Aaron Holiday. All 8 of those guys are capable of getting minutes every night for the Houston Rockets. And Ime Udoka has talked about potentially going 12-man deep, which I don't know how long that would be for because that would cause a lot of minute problems. But, there's the depth of this team is crazy, and they have a lot of talent in multiple aspects of the game when it comes to off the bench. 3-point, you got 3-point shooting, you got defense, you got good passing, you got size, you got everything. This Rockets bench unit and defense will be some of the best groups in the NBA. I think the Rockets will finish as a top 15 bench in the NBA when it comes to scoring points off the bench and putting up other stats off the bench. And I think they'll finish as a top 10 defensive team in the NBA. Your thoughts. That's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out. Go Rockets.